Good morning everyone, and what are we up to today? Well, we're going racing, and not just any type of racing, we're going chainless racing. Now what's chainless racing, you say? Well, it's pretty much as you'd expect. You take the chain off and you race downhill. Now you may say, well, why would you want to do that? Well, number one, it's actually quite fun. And number two, it really encourages certain types of skills that's really good for riding. If you're the sort of rider who comes into a corner red hot, breaks into the corner and then pedals out again, you're not going to do well on a chainless race. You need to learn to brake just the right amount before the corner, do the corner, generate speed out of the corner and keep going. It also teaches things like pumping, catching all the down slopes, all those sort of things to make you a better rider. So what's the strategy for today? Well, I've got two bikes. I've got the KTM and I've got the old one actually. Well, I should explain why I've done that. I've also got the Transition Sentinel with me as well. And my rationale behind this idea is that I will do laps on the KTM during practice so I can get as many laps as I want, and then when it comes to race time I can bring out the Sentinel and I don't have to ride up the hill all the time, especially if I don't have a chain. So that's a strategy. It's a pretty chill sort of race, so I'm going to just wearing my knee and elbow pads. Got my new Leatt knee and elbow pads. These are really cool, really comfortable, fit underneath all my riding kit. So I'll be wearing those. The other thing that the reason again behind the whole e-bike thing is that often people go, well, e-bikes are faster because they're heavier. So I'll actually do a little bit of informal timing. I can't even decide which one I'll use at this point, and see is an e-bike actually faster downhill even when you've got the motor's not even on and you're not pedaling. It's just the more weight. Anyway, meet you at the West Coast Riders Club in Riverhead, and yeah, chainless race. All right, so my strategy is to do a couple of practice runs on the e-bike, because then I can get more practices in. That's the idea anyway. Don't know if I've ever mentioned e-bikes on this channel, but they can come in handy at times.
So the call will be through the mic when we get it going. The guy down the bottom will be starting you. He'll go rider ready once we've confirmed you're ready.
Yep.
We'll go rider ready, 3, 2, 1, go, and you're off.
And then I just pedal like crazy. Yep. Oh, one wheel in the dip. That's the starting position. Yep. All right, can you give me a start?
Yep, rider ready.
Rider ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I feel that acceleration. Okay, not quite how I imagined, so it's got a bit of a slow start. And again, don't brake. Oh, I'm gonna have to brake, aren't I? Oh, I'm not going that fast. The question is the rock garden faster? Should I try and do these jumps to get some speed? Yep, I think that's the way to go. Little tiny, oh shit, touched the brakes. That wasn't good. Oh, it's quite hard to not brake. Am I going fast enough? Guess we're gonna find out. All right, we're jumping. Oh yeah, we can get over the jumps, no problem. And at the bottom, they've actually got a stop box. You have to stop in the box. So let's give this a try. You know, true athletes ride up the hills, eh? Okay, so I think we're on run number 2, and all right, so it's not braking, getting low, a little bit of braking. I think you're gonna have to go straight across there. I think we're a little bit faster this time. Chose this bike because if I decide to do it chainless, it's got a 12-speed Shimano chain rather than a transmission. I've never taken a transmission apart before. Get some speed over that, that's cool. Oh, a bit slow, hard to hold speed in the corners. This is where you really want to push down. Get to that push down. Hip. Yes. Oh, now we've got the flow going. Stopped. All right, Gordon, you being a world champion here, tell us what you won last year in 2024.
The 70 to 74 category, and there's 2 of us in the category.
Yeah.
The other guy was an Australian, and I caught him on probably a quarter of the way down, so I knew at that point that this was looking good as long as I didn't.
So you're the only world champion at this event?
Yeah.
That's impressive, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
A fun event.
It's a fun one. Now, if you think this track is not gnarly, what have you done, mate? You've managed to come off already, ripped your shirt and grazed yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Lance's YouTube channel now.
That's the one. All right, well, I guess we better do a lap on the Transition Sentinel. Actually, it's got a brand new chain on this thing, just had some work done on it. So, I guess we're not going to test it because we're going to be not pedaling. But anyway, this is hard work. I don't know if I've ever mentioned e-bikes before, but yeah, it's easier getting up the hill on the e-bike. You know me, not one to complain, but I think I'm getting for a walk. This small, tiny little hill. All right, I'm not complaining, I'm just pushing.
We don't have a plate number on it.
All right. Okay, so already done a run on the Transition Sentinel, but I didn't record it. But it seems to me, oh damn, that it's about 3 seconds slower, and I didn't do that well. So let's just see on this one. A little bit of braking on there, keep momentum up, pop, get some speed down there. Whoa, it skates around a bit. Feels as though I'm going slower on this, but hey, definitely not getting as far. But yeah, it's not going as quick. It's not as fast, I don't think. Feels slow across here. Yeah, 3 seconds slower.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Was good.
Okay, so we're back on the KTM after a couple of runs on the Transition. According to my watch, both runs were 3 seconds slower. Oh, I don't know that I can miss the rock garden. Some of the guys are saying they miss it, but I think it's easy to go over it. Okay, this is definitely faster. Definitely faster. And also hugs the corners better. Okay. Oh yeah. You watch this one, you see I can get all the way down to there. And on there. Whoa, this is way, way faster. It's not even close.
Did have a good lead flow inside of the thing, so it's a lot better than
3 seconds. 3 seconds faster every run. All right, number plates on, races are about to start. So which bike did I choose? Okay, I've gone with the KTM. I've done a few runs on each, and this is about 3 seconds a run faster every run. So that's what we're going to go for, but we are going to take the chain off to make it fully legal. All right, so put it in its smallest gear. We might as well take the clutch off wherever there it is, just to make it a little bit easier. We better find the link, which is, can we go backwards? No, we'll go all the way around. There's the link. Then we've got a tool. It's always handy to have one of these, makes life a whole lot easier. Just pop it apart like that, and then try not to drop the link. But you can take the, oh, we'll just leave that in there. Pull that out. Did I lose the link? Did I lose the link? I think I did too after all that. That was clever. Alright, well, we'll find the link, and then the other thing is we'll put it in a plastic bag. If you bring a bag, just something to store it in. Alright, so chain completely off. Nice zip tie bag with the chain in there with link that I found in the dirt. And we're ready to go. 1, counting you down, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, we're off. Okay, official race run. Feels a bit slow, let's get a bit of a hump. Don't break in this corner, that's it. You have to brake a little bit on this one. Hop it. Jump. I can't go around the rock garden. Well, put him into my brake, doesn't work. I had the bike upside down, doesn't matter. Not going to use it. Oh, the speed up there. Speed, but it's high on the berm. Alrighty, chose this bike because I think the tyres were a little bit faster rolling than on the Exonic. Need to remember to stop. He's off. Alright, just doing a quick chain check. Alright, you pass. Alright, there'll always be some naysayer on the internet who say I didn't do it properly. The normal bike would have been faster. So I've taken the chain off the Transition Sentinel, I'm pushing it up, and we're going to do the second run, which should be faster than the first run, on the Sentinel. Anyway, meet you at the top. What I want to know is, how do you get tyre tracks up your back?
1, counting down, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, okay, we're off on the Sentinel. So, right, alright, don't break in this corner. Okay, so this thing, technically, if a steam bike's going to be faster, it's got faster rolling tyres. It's a full-on 29er. Should be quicker. And we're going to really see if we can give it some beans. Little break. Oh, okay. Oh, lost a little bit of speed there. Definitely feels slower through here. Oh shit. Oh, I'm all over the place. Trying to go faster when I can. All right, come on. What's the damage?
Yeah, a little bit slower on that one.
Do you got a time?
So that one there was 101.5.
101.5, okay.
And your
First one was sub.
first one was 59.6.
Okay. Super smooth. Alright, here comes the world champ. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Guinea pigs, so thanks for
Alrighty, so we're going to do one more test with the motor on and see if that makes any difference. Because the motor's not going now, but I'm pedaling. Woo! Couple of pedal strokes there. Pedal strokes there. No real time for pedaling here. Couple of pedal strokes there. Another couple more.
Oh, 58 seconds there, Lance.
58, eh?
58 with pedaling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only makes a second, eh?
Yeah.
Well, what did we learn? Well, we learned that chainless races are a lot of fun, a really good group of people, had a really good time, so it's been a great morning out. What else did we learn? Well, I think the e-bike is actually officially faster than my normal bike. In every run I did, the e-bike came out quicker. Did one run with the motor on, and it was actually only like a second faster, so there was actually not much in by actually being able to pedal. And as for the motor, well, it was off pretty much most of the time because it cuts out at 32 anyway. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that was entertaining, useful, I don't know, something. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Thumbs up, live, leave a comment, and we'll see you somewhere real soon. Okay, so here's the thing. Made the video, edited it, did the thumbnail, all ready to go. And then I decided to do a little YouTube short, what I sometimes do from my videos. And I put the transition at the top and the KTM at the bottom. And I watched it. And I was stunned. This was like a new sport. It was like synchronized mountain biking. In fact, why don't I'm going to jump over this side and we'll put the bikes on this side and you can watch it. But these bikes were literally every bump, jump, stone, corner were doing it for the first 2/3 of the track. They were absolutely identical. In fact, why don't we stop it there for a second and look, as you see, how close is that? That's amazing, I think. So yeah, me going down the track saying, oh, the KTM's faster, the transition's slower. Clearly, when you do the science and you look at the footage, that wasn't the case. And the only place that I actually lost time, and I did say thought I was losing time, was on those gap jumps at the bottom. And the KTM just felt like it was clearing them better, getting down onto the transitions and getting more speed. And that turned out at the end. So what have we learned? Well, the e-bike still was faster, but it was a pretty small margin. And so one of the things I think we've learned is that e-bikes and normal mountain bikes can quite happily coexist in the same bike park going down the same tracks because they're effectively riding at the same speed. The e-bikes are not going faster, they're not causing chaos for the normal bikes, they're all riding effectively at the same speed down the track. So that's really cool. Also, another thing I was thinking about, if you guys all remember, Aaron Gwynn won a World Cup with no chain. And we all know that bikes, the suspension is supposed to perform better without the restrictions of the chain. This is why they've developed high pivot bikes, why the Zero had the single chain line and the belt and whatnot. So some of those reasons is, again, is for better suspension performance. And I do wonder, did the Transition Sentinel get faster once I took the chain off it? Did it actually perform better when the chain came off? Because it went from what I thought was about a 3-second gap to more like a 1.5-second gap when it actually came to the race run without the chains on them. So the other thing that I thought was interesting as well was even when we did put the chain and the motor back on the e-bike, I could only get 1 second faster. So as I say, even when you've got an e-bike going, again, it's not going to be that much quicker than a normal bike on a downhill run where, as I say, it's not a particularly steep track, but there was no point where I pedaled up other than leaving the start gate where the motor was on. It was off the whole time because we were doing more than 32 kilometers an hour for the whole track. Anyway, I'm not sure if we've learnt anything. Most of my videos, I kind of like doing these experiments. I don't know if they mean anything. You'll probably want to pick holes in my methodology, but I can only work with what I've got. Anyway, let me know in the comments, what do you reckon?